Hey guys, Kim from Veteran Screen Printing. Today we're going to revisit and we're going to go over printing poly mailers. We have a new ink that we've been using and it's way better than what we used before that we did a video about a year ago on. So stay tuned. After the intro, we're going to dive in and show you guys what we've been using for printing poly mailers. Alright guys, so everybody's been asking, poly mailer video that we did about a year ago was phenomenal. A lot of people have been watching it. So we're going to revisit printing poly mailers, okay? Lately we've been actually using a different type of ink and from our very first video. And so a lot of people have been asking what kind of inks and what's the best way, and we actually been using a better ink that I feel that is easier to print with. And now that we're in a shop, it is actually even more easier that I have been using it. So we're going to print some poly mailers today for our clothing brand called Warpick Apparel. And we're going to dive in and show you guys how we've been doing it and how we actually set up the press to actually print poly mailers. And this is just a great technique overall to print on your poly mailers, even if you don't have a clothing line, if you're just beginning screen printing or whatever, because this is branding. Every time we ship out stuff, you know, how many people see our brand on a poly mailer, if it's our clothing line or even if it's just our veteran screen printing, okay? So it's great branding techniques and everybody gets their hands on it and sees it, and overall it's just awesome, okay? So let's show you guys what we've been using. So we're going to set up the press right now. We got our poly mailer set up over here to the side, but this is the ink that we've been using, and you believe it or not, it's Speedball. It's the acrylic ink, and you can get this on Amazon. We have some links below where you can pick up all the stuff we've been using in all of our videos. So if you guys go across any of our videos in the previous, you'll see the links that we have, and they're associated with Amazon. So you can actually just click on the link, go purchase what we've actually been using, because a lot of the stuff that we actually use from our screens, from our film, from our refillable ink for our Epson, is all from Amazon. It's easy, it's fast, it's cheap, it's very quick shipping, so we don't have to go out and purchase stuff, wait for the shipping, because normally most places are about 3 to 5 days, and when you're in the screen printing, if you're barely starting off, you don't have the money to, you know, buy all the stuff in bulk. So but this right here is about 35 bucks on Amazon, and it lasts a long time. Now remember, whatever you put on the screen, it's trash, okay? So if you're going to print 100 poly mailers or 50 poly mailers, make sure you only put enough that you think is going to work. You can always put not enough and add, but you can't put a whole bunch and then throw it away, right? So be careful on this, okay? And then we also have our screen set up right here. We're printing on a 160 mesh, okay? And very cool, you know. Our Warpick Apparel, it's our website, and then veteran owned and operated, because we are veteran owned and operated. Okay. All right, so when we set up the screen, it's not like printing a t-shirt, okay? It is actually, we actually flip it so the top is that way and the bottom is towards us. So just like everything, we're gonna line it up, make sure it's straight on our press, and then we'll lock it down. Okay. Now the thing is, what we also do is we want enough off contact, you know, to pop back up. So I actually go a little bit more than if I'm printing t-shirts. And then I'll show you what we're going to do on the actual shirt board. We actually don't have any type of special board that we put on here, and I'll show you guys that right now. Alright guys, so I have it centered. What I like to do is actually I like to put a poly mailer down, and I like to see exactly where it's gonna be on the poly mailer. Okay, I don't want it too high, I don't want it too low. So normally what I do is I play around with it, and I have my registration marks on this from shirts. And what you can do is, if you do it right, you set that up, see where it is. Okay, so that looks pretty good. It's not all the way at the bottom, but my design's about 10 inches. So I kind of like doing it like that. I don't want it all the way at the bottom of the poly mailer, but since my design is about 10 inches, I come up about an inch or so, and then I come up. Now these poly mailers are actually 12.5 by 15. Now I use these for hoodies, I use these for shirts. So when I'm doing this, 10 inches, I'll get the whole poly mailer printed, and we'll show you how to do that. But first, I also do registrations on the side with my painter's tape, so I know where to line it up every time. And then I do one across the bottom as well. And then I do one at the top. I cover the top of just a little bit. So any of my poly mailers, because I'm printing on the front, I don't want this strip, right? This strip to come off, because then the poly mailer will get sticky underneath, right? So I don't want to ruin a poly mailer by the tack from the shirt board peeling off my tape for my poly mailer. So I also put some tape up here so it doesn't peel off. But all this is sticky. Now the thing is what's good about using this type of ink is if I mess up, I could just wipe this away. Very simple. So let me show you how I line this up, and then I'll get my ruler and we'll be precise with it. Okay, so I have the ruler right here, my T, okay? And now I know for a fact that my shirt board's 16 inches. So what I kind of do is I set up my my poly mailer to have 2 inches on this side, 2 inches on this side, okay? And then I'll come through and I'll make sure it's straight all the way down. All right, so now it's vertical straight, and then I just come in, and now I use this to be my register tape on that side. I come over, do another one, and now I'm straight on this side as well, right? And then I already have my line down here, but to make it easier, I also do one down here. So I know for a fact every single time if I'm doing it, it's already there. And like I said, also is I also put tape up here just so I don't lose my little stick from on the poly mailer. All right, just a couple layers up there, and it's that simple. All right, so now when I come in, I bring it in. I know when I bring it in, I can go like that, verify it like that, and then I print. Now I'm not going to lose my strip of tape up here, and then I just print it on there. So let's get the screen set up with tape, and then we'll put some ink in and we'll get printing and show you how they turn out. All right, screen's all taped up. And again, I just use painter's tape. I've used it for everything. Not doing a huge big run today, so this stuff is very liquidy. It's not like water based, but it's not like Plastisol. All right, so I'm going to add about that much. So what's really nice about printing with, you know, the Speedball is that it doesn't dry out as quick as what we used to use, the Nasdar, and it allows me to, you know, to get my stuff done that I need. Now I flood it All right, see how it's a little bit liquidy? And then all I do is I push it. Do 2 hits, and then I do not flood it again, okay? That's something I do not do. Look at that. I'll show you, bring it around so you can see. All right, let's take a look at this. Very nice. And I have a pretty good amount of tack on this shirt board just because I just got done printing. So I do not run this through the dryer. I just air dry it, let it air dry. Now, could you bring this up a little bit? Yeah, you could, but you know, when you do something, when you know, are folding this over, you know, you don't want too much down, you know. So I like it, like I said, I bring it down just enough for the bottom. And let's show you real quick. You know, if we had the Nasdar would have been, you know, already, it would have been drying in the screen. And not with this one. So that's it right there. Very bold white. And like I said, I'm gonna, you know, fold that down. So it's gonna be something like that. Very good. I love it, how it came out. I'll set this right here. And how I print mine now is I actually just put them, you know, on an 8-foot table. And like I just said, I just let them dry. And during this whole time, I'll just put them out here and they dry, you know, about an hour or so. And I'll show you when I'm done what they turned out to look like after I fill this whole table. So stay tuned and I'll show you what they turn out to be. And then I'll do a little rub test to show you what they actually look like versus the Nasdar, what I was having issues with a little bit. And it could have been that I was outdoors or maybe it was just old ink, but I could rub it when it come off. But say like 2 weeks down the road, if I still had those poly mailers, I would get a little bit of rub and I could still get a little bit off after about 2 weeks. So I don't know if there was something wrong with that, but this, absolutely love it. Haven't had any issues. I had some for about 3 months and I just ran out. So very, very recommended with the Speedball acrylic ink. So stay tuned and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so pretty much got everything printed up. I did about 30, give or take, just to show you guys exactly what's going on. So let's take a look at the table where all the poly mailers are. So as you can see, they're all laid out. It's been about 20 minutes, if that. There's still a little bit of tack to them. So probably a total of maybe another 20 minutes. Now there's nothing coming up on them when I press it. But to give it a nice full cure, I'm going to give it probably another 20 minutes. And pretty much you can just rub it, you know, whatever, and it's not going to come off, which is something I like with this Speedball. And then the black with the white just pops. So I kind of like that. But overall, that's gonna do it today, guys. I think we're going to end it here. Like I said, I got these done. Still got a couple other things I got to do, and I also still got to ship out. So the time I get the other stuff done, wash the screen, burn a couple more screens, these should be all ready to go, and I can use them for shipping. So that's what I'm going to do to get everything out tomorrow. So I still got a couple hours here at the shop, and but also next week we're going to be showing you kind of using a burn, how to burn your screen calculator to kind of estimate what your burn time is going to be. We're going to use our DIY exposure unit that we've been using for the last year, 2 years now. and we're going to show you how to do that. So that's next week. Again, if you guys like this, please comment and like the video and share the video. It helps us. Also, if you guys need any supplies, check back on any video that you've ever came across, even this one. In the description below, we'll have a whole bunch of links to Amazon where you can actually pick up what we use. I'm not gonna, recommend something if I've never used it. Okay, so whatever I do put on there is something I do use here in my shop. I'm not going to tell you to buy something I've never tried before myself. That's not how I am, and that's not how I operate. But again, if you haven't, smash that thumbs up, please, please, please. It helps us grow. Also, share the video. If you guys want to see something that we have not done, please comment below. Let us know what that is. We'll try to get to it if we can. Again, we're dropping videos every week, so please hit that bell notification so you can know when we drop a video. It's normally we drop a video every Tuesday morning. Okay, so please hit that bell notification, and like always, like, comment, share. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're almost to 400 currently. Once we reach 500, I think we're going to do a giveaway. Not for sure what it is, but we're going to do a giveaway at 500, okay? Like always, be safe and have fun.